Today I have something really exciting for you. In support of Netflix's Nightbooks, I was lucky enough to chat with Winslow Fegley, who plays Alex, and Lidya Jewett, who plays Yasmin in this. And let me tell you guys, this movie is a family-friendly horror. That's how I like to put it. It's definitely scary. It's definitely creepy. And I do have a full review coming soon. But it is also, it's family-friendly. It's like horror for families. Anyways, let's dive into that interview. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Hi guys, thanks for taking the time today. I'm Tessa with mamasgeeky.com, and my daughters and I, we loved the movie. Super scary. I'm huge into scary movies as well. But you guys are phenomenal. Now, when we talked to Krysten earlier, she said she didn't do a lot of her scenes with you guys. She did them acting against like tennis balls. So did you guys act a lot with her, or what was that like?
Well, there was a lot of scenes where we kind of like, because we can only work a certain amount of hours. So she kind of had to like work with other things. I did do a fair bit of scenes with her, like when I'm reading the stories and doing that. There was a lot of that with her. I would say that we did a fair amount, and it was great working with her. She's an awesome actress. It was great learning from her.
I think, Kristen was great to work with. I didn't have too many scenes with her, but like Winslow said, we can only work for a certain amount of hours. So if we did have scenes with her, it'd be like towards the end of the day, and they do all of our coverage, or the scenes where we're like both in the shot, and then her coverage once we were gone. But yeah.
Thank you. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
So it broke my heart a little bit when Alex in the movie was saying, he wanted to fit in, or when his dad was talking about him being normal. And I was wondering if either of you or both of you had any advice for kids who will watch the movie and are struggling to find what makes them special.
Sorry, you go. Okay, so I think it's really hard because when you're a kid and you have all the different aspects of who other people think you're supposed to be, or who you think you're supposed to be instead of who you actually are, it's really hard to know what is real. It's kind of all smoke and mirrors at all different angles. And so I think for the movie, it's really great to see how Yasmin is kind of really like cold-hearted and not welcoming because of how she's lost her friends because of the witch. But also Alex is kind of going through the same thing because he just lost his friends for being himself. So I think what's great is seeing that even if you don't know who you are, no one knows who they are. So I think that's something that's great to acknowledge. But even if you don't know who you are, there's other people who don't as well. And so if you can find the right people and find the right person or group of people who can help you realize that, or who you can help realize that, I think that's definitely good to have at such a young age.
I think it's very important to kind of just, be who you are and don't let other people mess with you. Because if they're messing or picking on you because you're just being yourself, then they're not a good friend. And you should just hang out with people who are going to accept you for who you are and are going to love you for who you are, and then, cherish them for that. I think that's really important that that you just, you don't let other people bring you down.
Thank you. You are both very wise.
I just have to say, you guys are so brave, because that was a scary movie. Intense scenes, and I just wanted to know, how did you prepare yourself for, especially that shredder scene? It's pretty intense.
I feel like I didn't prepare myself as much. I feel like being with Winslow and kind of just laughing at all the goo that was on us and like how crazy the set looked was really kind of evened out the creepiness of the shredder. But yeah, what about you, Winslow?
I really love that scene. It was just so fun. I love horror and scary movies and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really a lot of fun for me. I did read the books, so I was kind of prepared for that. But it was awesome. And I don't know. It wasn't obviously there wasn't a real shredder there. With if there was a real shredder, I would be a little bit more scared.
You have both filmed things that are on the scarier side and things that are more on the comic side. Do you have a preference as to which one that you do and why?
Well, I think I don't know. I mean, I really enjoy doing both. I love making people laugh, but I also love scaring people. So I love to do scary movies because I like to do like all those special effects and like when the light bulbs break and they like short it and all that kind of cool stuff. But I also love comedy because I get to make people laugh and I get to just be funny, which I enjoy to do. So yeah.
I think, yeah, same for me. I don't really have a preference. I love comedy because I'm always like, when I need something to watch, it's usually something that makes me just like die laughing. And so I think that's definitely something I love. But I think that that's what's great about Nightbooks. It's kind of the best of both worlds. So there's points where it's like super funny and then kind of scary. And so, yeah, I think that's what's great. Yeah.
Hi. So this, film, you all had some physical demands and had to be covered in goo and all kind of stuff. So I was just wondering if there's any fun bloopers either you wanted to share of doing those kind of scenes.
Yeah. It was crazy. We had to be covered from head to toe in goo, and that was it was interesting. It was fun, but then it kind of after a while it kind of would harden up and it would get really itchy and it would be a little bit uncomfortable.
They spray us with this little water bottle, kind of like for people who train their dog, and spray them with a water bottle, kind of that kind of thing, to just keep it wet.
It wet because it would dry up. Because we would wear it for hours. But yeah, it was really fun. They had these giant buckets and then they had a big paintbrush and they would dip the paintbrush in the bucket and then they would just go boom, boom. Paintbrush and it would splatter all over us.
Something that was really fun though was after the scene where Yasmin and Alex are like thrown up on in the elevator. We had to do that one in one take because if we didn't, we'd have to go all the way back and like clean off and then do it again. And so we did it in one take. And then afterwards, we went up to the director, Dave, and we had him in all of our goo and we got a goo on him. But his wife was actually on set. And so she took like a Polaroid of it and it was really cool.
But I'd love to know if there are any aspects of your characters that you guys do relate to.
So I loved playing Alex because I kind of, I also enjoy horror a lot. And I kind of just loved being able to show that part of myself and play a character that loves that as well. So yeah, I had a lot of fun playing Alex.
For me, for Yasmin, this is one of the things I've done that isn't too close to my character. So all the projects that I've done are basically like me, just with certain tweaks and differences. So I think something that was great about filming was I was able to kind of be more challenged, I guess, to play someone who's truly different than me. I guess it's really cool to see kind of her cultural things because I'm Ethiopian as well. And so when she was talking about Dorawa and making it as like Natasha's final meal, it was really great to kind of have that part of myself in some sort of role. Yeah.
At any point, were you scared of anything that was happening? And was there anything on set that you absolutely loved that you're like, I need to take that home?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, sure. Okay. I There were some scenes that were definitely pretty scary with Krysten. She did a great job of being the witch. But she's also, she's great in person as well. And also, I loved all of the Nightbooks. And in the movie, Alex actually has this backpack that's like he paints on his backpack, and his backpack's like really cool. And basically, I got to take that home because I was like, "Can I have one of the backpacks?" I was like, "Can I have one of them?" Because those were really awesome. And then I eventually ended up getting it. Awesome. So yeah, I loved that.
Yeah. Krysten, the main thing that I was not necessarily scared of, but I was kind of intimidating, is that she wore these, as Natasha, she wore these like huge heels, and they were probably like this big. And so it was kind of intimidating, like when there's someone who's insanely like much taller than you and you're like, oh, hi. That's kind of intimidating. So I think that was one of the main scary aspects of it, as well as what was actually happening in the scenes. But something that I actually do have is the little skull sprayer thing for one of them that sprays the magic, because I got the one that it doesn't actually spray anything. Sadly, I would have put something in it, but it was just really cool. And so I do have that. I have that at home. Yeah.
Okay, let me know your favorite part about the interview down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, so you don't miss more movie reviews, trailer reactions, and celebrity interviews. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKY. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.